Pork would do things. We're back on Smells Like 90's Rock. Hot Toddy.
Oh.
DJ Pork, don't die. We're here. We're back. We're here. We're back. We're here. We're back. We're back. We're here. We're back. We're back here. We're back here. I was talking to Pork about how I talked about this a few weeks ago, how
the glory days of the pandemic.
Listen, obviously not for everybody.
A very small percentage of the population remembers the pandemic fondly.
Hot Toddy kind of looks back on the pandemic now fondly not because of what happened. Obviously, it was awful, but I hunkered down. I was at home, and I got to work from home, and I was getting to just be relaxed. And I remember the summertime, how nice it was outside. It seemed like the sun was out more during that time than it ever had been before.
There's less air pollution.
Yeah, it was
because there's fewer cars on the road,
and it was so freaking quiet, and it was just nice, and I just but obviously the pandemic was awful. No, and in all seriousness, we lost so many wonderful people during that time from this horrible disease. But I mentioned this a few weeks ago how I kind of miss it, because it was a nice downtime in our lives where we kind of sat down and just assessed and kind of lived. And then I actually found somebody on TikTok this week. I was scrolling through, and somebody came up was talking about the exact same thing, how during that year, those of us who got to work from home and didn't get I got COVID later, but wasn't around people that was going to get them sick or anything.
By way of the corn maze.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you, corn maze. Yes. And do you know that Janelle has a picture of her and her best friend from that night on our refrigerator? So it's like memorializing the night we got the night that my taste and smell would be destroyed forever. It's memorialized.
I bet they look so happy.
Oh,
too.
They do. They're smiling from ear to ear.
Oh, be careful.
Oh, the microphone. Oh, there it is. They're smiling from ear to ear, Pork. Yeah. So the night that she brought home COVID.
The night my smell died.
The night she brought it home. It's forever memorialized in our refrigerator. But anyway, yeah. But no.
I love that for you.
It's wonderful. It's such a great thing. But anyway, other than getting, the illness, that was an amazing time, because we actually got to, and the video was talking about how we got to look into the utopia that we wished we had. Because in our own lives, if we didn't see COVID, you had the food at home, you had television, you had your work on your computer, you can do your job from there. I was still getting paid. I got to do hobbies. That's when I started our movie review show, Get Real, was during that summer. And, we created things, we did things, kind of outside of the norm. And and it was peaceful outside, and the weather was really great that year. I remember the weather during the summer that year being really nice. And so, and it's and then she mentioned that and then right after it went away, we thought, all right, because let's get back to it, because we were all getting a little cabin fevery that year, who had to stay home. So we were like, oh, thank God we can get back to our lives. And then we realized, no,
our lives are terrible.
We sold back out to the greedy corporate, and and that's why people like me and her kind of look back on that year kind of fondly.
With nostalgia.
With nostalgia, because even though it was a terrible time, and even though us that were at home and and not being around it, getting cabin fever, wanting to get back out in the world, excuse me, it was still a really nice time. So, everything works the way you look at it. And I choose to look at 2020 as a terrible year, but with these little high points here and there.
No, not for me.
little high points.
I worked fancy long johns, because you can't work remotely. Get a job like that.
No,
wearing masks, working around people who thought COVID was BS. So they wouldn't wear masks. We'd had outbreaks here and there in the kitchen. And I'm not walking on pins and needles, but walking with a certain anxiety. Walking around with a certain anxiety, because I got to keep this away from vulnerable relatives.
Yes. 2020
would not do it again.
2020, your experience may vary.
Yes.
Yeah, and that was really the truth, because I look back on it with some nostalgia. Again, I'm not saying 2020 was a great year and the pandemic was a wonderful thing. No, it was a terrible thing. But how we were situated during that time was interesting. It was a nice concept. but not obviously not everybody got not to live that concept. Like people like Pork and Baby J, she had to work every single day too. At the fancy pharmacy, and so we all. So you guys had to sacrifice. I didn't. I got to work I got to make money from home, which is what I do now, but it's not as much fun.
But it's more money.
4 years ago, but more money. Yeah.
Nowhere near as much fun though, from what I hear.
Oh, it's this much. It's goose egg fun. Goose egg.
Ugh.
Goose egg. Goose.
That's what you get for enjoying 2020.
That's what it is, isn't it? I'm paying the price.
Yeah, that's karma.
Oh no,
that's
karma. I'm paying a price because I actually enjoyed the time.
You want to stay home? Well, have I got the job for you?
Let me show you what it can really be like to stay home and work. Oh no, Pork.
What people are screaming at you.
Did I bring this onto myself?
Yes.
Oh God.
That's what you get.
Why have you forsaken me? I didn't mean it.
Wait, where's my rewards?
Yeah.
I guess my rewards, I get to work at a job at low stakes with not the greatest pay, but pay.
But you get freaking Dippin' Dots.
I got Dippin' Dots at lunch.
Cheese.
And hibachi.
And hibachi. I had a cheese sandwich like I always do because I made it myself.
You have reaped the whirlwind.
It's like a reverse It's a Wonderful Life.
That's a reverse Uno card.
It is, exactly.
Oh, you enjoyed 2020?
Oh, you like your life.
Uno.
Well, let me show you what's happening now. Congratulations.
Although I'm working 7 days a week, so that's my punishment.
And I do have a job where I have the weekends off still. So it's Monday through Friday, not 9 to 5, but still 8 hours during the week, and then I have my weekends.
Must be nice.
It ain't bad.